Okay, this is for group number 1, and this message again is about what is going on in your love life. So the cards in the middle are the Divine Feminine Oracle deck, just kind of describing the overall energies of what's currently going on in your energy. And the first card is Sara Devi, and that one is talking about loving yourself fiercely without judgment or shame. So that means coming into loving yourself more, showing positive intention and energy towards yourself is what is really bringing about the changes in your love life. So take that how it resonates. If that is something that you need more of or that you're doing, that is an overall energy that definitely shifts things forward in all of your relationships, particularly your romantic and love relationships. Then Saint Bridget is about connecting to your inner flame and releasing any attachments that you have. So loving unconditionally and releasing, going into forgiveness doesn't mean that whatever happened was okay or just or right, but it's releasing any judgment about that situation so that you can really move forward and not be attached to the energies of the past. So that's a huge energy that is always something that we're working towards in our lives. But the more that you can do that in your relationships, the more that you will bring about your own love relationships into the levels that you're looking for. The final card then is Kali, and she is I guess I refer to her as the goddess of destruction. So really letting go of your ego and your false beliefs and things that are no longer serving you, and stripping your life of all of the things that are no longer serving you. So recognizing that you need to be treated with love and respect, and letting go of any beliefs that you don't deserve better than complete love and respect. It is an absolute love of truth and of starting over, bringing in wisdom and strength, and not necessarily in pretty ways, but definitely letting go of all of the stuff that is not serving you and stripping your life of those things is another major energy throughout this reading. So then on the cards on the right, the top card, the Authority card, is talking about your current energy and showing really that you're in control of your situation and your energy. So you've stepped into a place of authority in your own life, of having control over what's happening, likely for showing positive energy towards yourself and towards others. In the past, then, the card of movement, choices, and decisions is talking about that you had choices definitely in your life about which way to go, and the choices that are out there that may have been present in your romantic life, and choosing from a multitude of options, be that two or many, that is definitely something that was present in your life, whether it be your actual romantic partner or how you responded to that partner. There's definitely an energy of making decisions and choosing which way you move in order to drive changes in your love life. So the current incoming energy then is the accelerated motion card in reverse. So that's showing that the incoming energies are more stagnant and less moving forward, that there's definitely, the center card is talking about the constant, which is movement. So you're always growing and expanding in your consciousness, but coming forward is an energy of more stagnance. So just keep in mind that you create your own reality, you design your own destiny. So if you don't want to see those stagnant energies, that's always something that you can transform and look at. What is it that's currently holding me back? And how can I transmute that? And I think that it would be looking again at the Kali card, and what is it that's no longer serving me, and recognizing those things and letting them go. And we'll talk about that as we move forward into the other the Rumi cards on the left, and those choices there that are out there. It's showing you that you definitely have more choices coming forward, and if you choose the choices that are not serving your highest and greatest good, even though those may require more, they may bring about more things for clearing, and definitely bring up things from the past with an opportunity to clear them from your life. If you choose those things, there will be more of a period of stagnancy in your life than maybe you would have liked. So it's all about choices and how you respond to a given situation, and looking at these things and saying, what is this trying to show me? And how can I transmute those things? And there's all sorts of different methods that you can choose for manifesting the life that you desire. So when we look at the fourth card, the Memories of Love, that one is talking about what's missing. So if things are stagnant in your life and not moving forward in the way that you would like, which is always going to happen, that you have movement in your life, then it's really, did you choose love or did you choose a choice that was not in the highest and greatest good of your romantic life? So that's kind of the overall energies of the currently, you're in control of your energy. You've made choices in the past, and the choices that you're making now determine if you remain stagnant in your love life or whether you bring about the great love that you are desiring. And it really has to do with what it is that you're letting go of. So if you look at these cards on the left, the overall energy is, your ultimate soulmate, your ultimate love, and that's represented by the Two of Cups at the top. Then the top cards of the Rumi cards are demonstrating the choices that you currently have available. And the top cards are choice 1 and the bottom cards are choice 2. And choice 1 is really showing us, in the top cards, the dance of the divine feminine. That are you accepting the best offer that is available, admitting things that maybe you did that were not in your highest and greatest good, and really choosing to be in that divine feminine energy, and recognize that choosing a path that is of great passion and purpose will bring you then great gifts into your life. So are you too proud to accept your best offer and admit things that maybe you haven't done perfectly in the past? Or are you willing to do that? And if you are, then that is a gift that you are given of the the divine love and the gifts of your soul and coming into then your soul's mission and purpose. So it's really choosing that, not that it's the easiest path. That divine feminine card isn't showing a lack of energy, it's showing fierce feminine energy there in the card. And recognizing that that choice is one that comes with a lot of decisions, and can bring about great gifts and great rewards, if you choose to stay in that energy of your highest good and look to, not saying I have to get it right the first time, but I look to every decision that I have looking for my highest and greatest good and what I feel most inspired to do and to have and to see and experience in every situation and every day. And that is the divine feminine energy, being open to receiving and following the direction of your divine inspiration. And what is that, and how can you find that in every day? And when you do that, when you follow your inspiration and every day in every way possible to the best that you can, you bring about great gifts in your life and more inspiration, and you come more into your purpose here in this life and what your soul intended to learn and experience at the highest level, at the highest possible timeline and experience of your soul. And the more that you choose those things over and over, the more that those energies compound, and bring about the soul's true divine feminine mission in this life. So in option 2 then, in the bottom cards of the Rumi cards on the left, it's talking about the other choice that you can make, right? And the other choice that you can make is the choice of not recognizing and knowing that you're accepting the great love and the love that you deserve. So are you accepting love in your life that is less than you deserve, right? Less than true love and respect from others and for yourself? Are you accepting things that are less than you know that you deserve? And if you are, that then is bringing in more opportunities for healing and for growth that requires more cleansing, right? So when you do, it just means that you don't have to get it right the first time, right? But you keep trying and recognizing it. And when you feel as though you're in a situation that isn't really, that's not making you happy, then what is this trying to show me? And what is it that I can then begin to recognize and clear out of my energy? And how can I do that? And it is bringing about the opportunity for great soul cleansing to clear out all of that stuff. So just recognizing that it's not that you get it wrong, but that if you made a choice that was less than the love that you deserve, and you know that, or you can start to recognize that in your life, then you can start to recognize, then these are the energies that I've been attracting, and how can I clear those out? How can I look at that and say, I release those energies that are no longer serving me, and I clear them out, and I am in a state of gratitude for the things that I am thankful for, focusing on, giving you the opportunity to focus on the things that I do love, the things that I do find gratitude for, the things that I'm thankful for. And really focusing on that will help you change those energies into being more in your highest timeline, in the highest opportunities for your souls and your lessons in this lifetime. Okay? So, that is all for group number 1. Thank you. Hopefully that resonated with you. Amen. Okay, this reading is for group number 2. So if you chose group number 2, these are the overall energies for what is currently going on in your love life. So this is from the Fairy Oracle deck, the Stolen in Her Sleep card, kind of the overall energies of what's currently going on. And that is kind of what is not as it seems. Feeling cut off from who you truly are, unsure of where your path is and if it's safe to love or what your path forward is in love. So it's really talking about going within and trying to understand the changes that need to happen in order to find ultimate fulfillment in love in your life. So that's kind of the overall energies of group number 2. So the cards on the left then, the Psychic Tarot of the Heart cards, are the challenge that you're facing. And the challenge that you're currently facing is the Observe card, number 12. It's actually the Hanged Man in the traditional tarot. And that is looking at your life as having a lot going on. You may have a job that requires a lot of your time and attention, or your children are still young or requiring a lot of care, taking up a lot of your time. You look at these things as your plate being very full and having a lot going on in your life, and as a result, not really looking at love as your number one priority. So that would be the challenge, is how you're looking at life and what you see as the most important things in your life at the current time. So then the strength that you have is the Teach card, but it's in the reverse. And it can be relearning, maybe I said that on purpose, to release your burdens, to release those things that you see as restricting you, or to no longer let them be restrictions, to look at them as elements of your life that can also be part of working into finding that love, unconditional love and joy in your life, and releasing those things that you see as disappointments and burdens, and letting them go. So you can see those things as your opportunity here is to learn how those things are not serving you, and to release and learn how to let those things go and to let them be what they are in your life, to acknowledge their presence, but to not let them be burdens on you. So you can see she's got animals around her, there's other people, there's a book that she's holding in her lap, so she has a lot of things going on around her, several people, and lots of things. But if you look, the people are kind of in shadow form. So how much are you letting the other people and things in your life influence that which you really want to have? The weakness then is the what is traditionally the High Priestess card, number 2, is, are you taking the time, instead of planning everything out and taking calculated actions, are you taking the time to go inside, to listen, to be quiet, to find center in your life, to be present in the moments of your life, with your friends, with your family, with your lovers, to really find balance and take time to sense the situation instead of just powering ahead and going through life in a much more calculated way. Are you finding that balance? So what you can transmute then from a weakness of not taking the time to find balance and sense the situation and what it truly requires, is to transmute that into being more balanced and searching for ways to find your highest excitement in every moment of every day in every way. And that is the only card that is not a major arcana card. So that is the one that doesn't have to be. You don't have to be at a place where you aren't centered and you aren't looking for your highest excitement in every moment of every day. So that is the easiest energy to transmute. And so the overall advice is the Master card, which is actually the Devil card. So your advice is to release that, release your fear, release your doubt, release any feelings of shame and guilt and unworthiness. Those are the lowest vibrational energies that exist, and by releasing those, you're releasing that destructive cycle. So it's about recognizing the destructive cycles that you're in and the beliefs that has created within yourself about what is true, and uncovering what it is that's holding you back to unconditional love. So in order to manifest the joyful, loving relationships, it's about opening your heart. You can see his heart there is kind of in a cage. So it's about releasing your heart and opening up to receive joy in your life by being present in the situations that you have and really learning to experience that joy in every way and finding gratitude in every way that you can, in every area of your life. So there will likely be things that come up in your life because of all of the things that are present. But it's up to you how you view those things. Do you view them as something that, oh, this is showing me of something else that I am able to try and find gratefulness for, that I am able to say, what is it that this is trying to show me? And I don't care to have the belief that I don't deserve love or that I'm not worthy of it. I believe that I am worthy of love and affection, and that by focusing on the love that I have for others, I then draw great love and joy into my life. So those are kind of the overall energies throughout the reading. So it's showing that your current place, the challenge is being able to release that which you see as having a lot on your plate and letting all those things go. So as we look at the Tarot of Sexual Magic cards, we then see the story unfolding further. And as you look at these cards, you can see that the main overall energies is similar. The overall result is, again, the Devil card. As far as what's going on in your life, it's the focus on fear and doubt and feeling unworthy of love overall. And that is the opportunity that you're given to transmute. So when you look at the Knight of Pentacles, it's saying there is the possibility of stability coming into your life, of letting go of those energies of things that were holding you back, like fear and doubt and unworthiness, and recognizing that you have, or you did have at one point, a wish to find ultimate joy and fulfillment in your life, but because of things that have happened in the past, you have kind of built up walls around your heart about being open to receiving that love. So you feel like by continuing to open yourself up to those situations, that it's ultimately going to result in you being hurt again. But it doesn't have to be that way. You don't have to look at someone new coming into your life or the current people in your life as people that are ultimately going to hurt you. You can say, what is it that this is showing me? What is it within myself that this is showing me that I can then transmute into more love and compassion? And by showing positive energy and intention towards yourself, first of all, and saying, I know that I deserve love. I know that I deserve happiness. I know that that is what I want in my life, and I'm going to focus instead upon, I think that's what the star card there is showing you. When I focus upon happiness, right? When I choose the path to focus upon happiness, then I don't have to end up in a situation of feeling as though I am fearful of love and unworthy of love. So the more that you can transmute that energy of being fearful of love, if that's ultimately what it is that you desire, that is the main overview of this energy. For group number 2 is that you believe that you've had great hurt and great trauma in your life, and none of this means that that isn't true or that it's fair or right. It just means that that is what has happened. But ultimately, everybody is searching for that love and light. And so you have that opportunity to transmute that energy by, you can see the Empress card showing up there as well, that you have the opportunity to be in that ultimate love relationship, right? By transmuting those energies of the past, of dragging yourself up, right? And recognizing that the past is what it is, and you can manifest joy by focusing upon that, by choosing to find that. And it really is about releasing the past situations and the belief that you aren't worthy of love, or that by keeping your heart in a cage, like you see on the Master card, that is going to protect you from hurt and keep you. You don't want to be stuck in that same energy, right? So that's what the stolen inner sleep card is saying, is I'm protecting myself, I'm protecting my heart, because I don't want to be hurt again. I've been hurt in such amazing ways that I really just don't want that to happen again. But we came here, right, with our soul's intention of learning and expanding our own consciousness and awareness. And ultimately, our lesson is learning how to love ourselves, to learn how to love ourselves, to learn how to love one another, and depending on your level of spirituality, to learn how to love spirit. And we are all connected, right? To learn how to love everything and everyone. And that is ultimately our lesson, is despite what has happened, to recognize that we are all connected. And by being and having been and done and experienced everything, you can have greater compassion for yourself and for others. So recognize that when you've had great hurt in your life, you can choose to let that go, to release those energies and say, I now neutralize all of that non-beneficial, all of the dark energy, all of the negative energy, all of the dissonant energy in my life. And I choose to transmute that into love and light. And when you do, you transmute yourself into an ultimately loving and compassionate being. And that is ultimately what life is all about, is becoming more and more consciously aware that we are all connected, and it is all about love and light and truth and compassion. So hopefully that resonated with you, group number 2. Have a great day. All right, this message is for group number 3. So if you picked group number 3, this message is for you about what is currently going on in your love life. So the first 5 cards are talking about have you found love, or where are you at with love in your life? And it's saying that you have love in your life. Yes, absolutely. But there is still a little bit of work that you're moving towards to have your ultimate fulfilling love and romantic relationship. So it's showing that you have worked to find balance in your life. You've worked to show love for yourself and really make sure that you're prioritizing your needs and not just the needs of others in your life. So what that meant too was walking away from worrying about what your past lovers' intentions were towards you, from worrying about what was happening in your relationship, and just kind of walking away from all of those things. And ultimately, that resulted in manifesting your own happiness and passion again that you may have been missing for some time. So ultimately, you witness justice in your love life from your soul learning to love yourself first again, first and foremost in all ways. So that is ultimately very beautiful. So the ultimate manifestation is witnessing magical happenings all around you, including in your love and romantic life as well. So as we move on to the second set of cards, it's really showing us all of the different aspects of your life. And that what you are working towards is uncovering your soul's mission and really opening up to love in your life, to harnessing the light of universal love and light, harnessing the light of the central sun within you and channeling that light to you and through you and starting to see that light manifest in other areas of your life and clearing away things that are no longer serving you has allowed more love and light to come into your life in magical ways. It's learning the ancient knowledge of your soul, which means tapping into what you have learned in past lifetimes and really opening up those abilities and gifts that you learned, not necessarily in this life, but things that you have been that resonate with your soul and your divine mission coming into not just this life, but into your reincarnations on earth, lifetime over lifetime, and tapping into what that mission really is and opening up all of that knowledge. And that is just absolutely beautiful. So then we look at your opportunities, and that is discovering your ultimate love of life and creation and bringing forth a force of the creator, the force of spirit in your life and in your love life. I mean, ultimately, we are here to learn more about love, about having positive intention towards ourselves and towards others, learning to love ourselves, learning to love others, and learning to love spirit, and that we are all connected. So So I think it really brought about that opportunity for you, and really helped you achieve that loving of yourself and others in this life in a really miraculous way that if you looked at it from the outside maybe wouldn't look to be something that was a huge change, but those shifts are very obvious in your life. I think if you look back at them from, I'm getting in the last 7 years and definitely in the last year and a half, that things have definitely transpired in your life in miraculous ways that someone looking in just at the outside may not see anything that really looks that different. But on the inside, when it comes to the energies that you have within you and what you're attracting in your life, it is actually quite different. What you're manifesting on your physical, your mental, your emotional bodies are all changing and becoming much more in tune with the universal love and light energies. And that I think is what this reading is showing us, is that the work that you have done, which was probably pretty intentional, is definitely manifesting in your life now. And you're working with the love of spirit and the love of creation now, and actually forging a loving relationship with all of creation and with love, and understanding what those things mean to you in new and deep and meaningful ways in your life. And the ultimate outcome for that is the worldly manifestation of flowing grace. So you're starting to see those things in all of the work that you have done, likely on yourself, start to pay off in some pretty miraculous ways. So as we look at the hierarchy spread, then it shows your needs from a basic level, which is level number 1, security, relationship, self-esteem, and then your realization. So your basic needs, it's showing you your needs for stability, your needs for happiness have been met. All of your basic needs you have manifested for yourself. You have let the way that they weren't manifesting in your life fall away from you, so that what you were left with was your basic needs being met. And when your basic needs are met, then it's easier for you to reach those higher levels of realization and consciousness and awareness, because you're not worried about your basic needs anymore. So once you've gone through the levels of letting go of the things that are no longer serving you, and usually that's done on a rather intentional level of the things that you're doing in your life, whether that's meditation or healing practices that you've developed or affirmations, whatever that is, it's probably been done rather intentionally, and you've seen that your basic needs are definitely met. You're not worried about those things anymore. You're not worried about your partner's infidelities. You're not worried about your home. You're feeling that you're rather stable in whatever areas they are in your life. Not that you necessarily have or think, oh, my life is perfect, my partner is perfect, I have the perfect sex life, I have the perfect home, but that all of those basic needs in your life are met to a level that you don't feel at all insecure in the basic needs of your life having to be met on a daily basis. So when you look at then your security of what you're doing for employment and your health, it's showing that you have really stepped into your own power, that you've recognized and balanced those masculine and feminine energies within you, and that you feel a sense of purpose within your work. And it doesn't mean that you stepped into some level of actually being employed and working as a healer. That doesn't mean that necessarily because you're on a spiritual journey. It just means that you feel comfortable and that you feel a sense of purpose within your job, and that you found that in your everyday life within your within what you're doing on a daily basis. You feel secure in how you feel secure in what you have on a daily basis in what it is that you're doing. And you feel balanced in that way because your basic needs are met and you feel balanced in what you're doing on a daily basis. So the second level then is your relationships. And that one shows a lot of positive energy as well. And when you look at that, it's saying transformation. So it means that letting go of or transforming energies in your relationships that maybe weren't serving your relationship for the highest good, and willing to see the truth of those things. And now you're seeing that because you have seen the truth, you've acknowledged what was there, you're now seeing that those relationships are beginning to be more prosperous, and you're feeling more confident in the stability of the relationships around you because you've looked at what it is that was there, and you have looked the situation in the face, so to speak, and said, this is what it is. And you've worked to have those tough conversations in the important areas of your life, right? And this can be with your friends, with your family, with your intimate lovers, and all of those conversations have been had. And the people that were in your life that were supposed to have fallen away have likely fallen away, and they may still be there, but the relationships with the people that are not serving you at this point have likely kind of faded off into the background a little bit more. And what you're seeing is other relationships, and the relationships that are supposed to be there and that are in alignment with the path that you're on are being prosperous, are showing their true colors with the peacock, right? And really starting to open up and show you that those are the stable things in your life and the things that are there to support you at this time. Then it gets to your self-esteem, and this is your sense of confidence, your sense of respect within yourself. And you can see that here that's something that you're working towards with the beaver, right? That you're constantly working on your own self, right? That you're working on your own self-esteem and believing in yourself, and bringing about a sense of equality and equilibrium in your life and about yourself. So I think that's probably likely where your energies are most resonating right now, is just recognizing that you are at a good place in your life, that you feel like you've made progress a lot in recent times, and that you're really putting your work into your own realizations in your life, and that is what is important to you, is manifesting the grace, the truth, the love, and the happiness within your life. And ultimately, that leads us to the top card, the 22, the learning, right? And that is ultimate knowledge. So I look at that as ultimate knowledge of creation, of expanding your consciousness in a new way, and opening yourself up to new ways of thinking and new ways of learning and new ways of looking about things that you maybe always felt resonated with you but were hidden. And because you have worked your way up the hierarchy of needs and you're feeling secure, that your needs are being met, you're secure in your relationships, that you're really able to open yourself up to new levels of consciousness and awareness, and really working to understand your soul's mission in this life. And that's kind of what the middle cards were showing us there, is working more and more towards grace and truth and your soul's mission in this life. And it really is all about loving yourself and loving others and understanding what that means to you. So to me, that love and unconditional love is showing true positive intention towards yourself and towards others, and making choices first and foremost that are right for you, and that you're not jeopardizing yourself and putting yourself at the expense of others, but showing that intention for yourself and for others. And by having that positive intention, you start to see those things really start to manifest in your life in a new and miraculous way, and see those transformations in your life and the balance of things, and feeling that things that maybe had triggered you in the past are not really there anymore, because you have kept the memories, you've kept the learning experiences, but you're no longer allowing those energies to be part of your life. They're no longer part of what it is that you choose to be attracting in your life. So that is a beautiful story, group number 3. And what's going on in your love life is absolutely wonderful. And it's helping to lay the foundation and the template for others to follow and to show that example. So I would encourage you to share those things in your life when you encounter people that are ready to hear it, and you can share those stories of the things that you've done to really start to change. None of this happened unintentionally, right? There were many things along your path, and sometimes looking back at the things that you have done, like if somebody asked me how I started, it would have been meditation. And now what I do is a lot of more deep healing work. But in between meditation and really deep shadow work, there was about a dozen other things that I did every single day throughout a series of many years. So just recalling those things and being prepared to share it with others in your life as they become aware and ready for that, and really going within and listening to your inner guidance, and following your greatest excitement to the best of your ability every day in every way, the best way that you can. So I hope that resonated with you, group number 3.